Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Salif, and this is my little brother and boss, Muhammad Ali. I'm a PhD candidate studying international politics at Purdue, and he's an entrepreneurship major and corporate social responsibility at Temple. Malo and Bambara, which is a lingua franca in West Africa, means rice, so we're essentially rice traders. 3.4 billion people eat rice almost on a daily basis. It's intimately linked to food security, but also very linked to social peace and political stability. In Mali, 70% of our people are farmers. And at the moment, we have a huge problem when it comes to malnutrition. 81% of our children under 5 are anemic. And we have a solution in order to address this problem. Our business model is driven 100% by sales. We're processing rice purchased from farmers at a 10% premium. We process that rice, we get a byproduct that's rice flour, blend that with vitamins and minerals to create this. What I have in my hand is a pasta product. It smells like rice, it tastes like rice, it looks like rice. The major problem in the world is that white rice is not nutritious. By fortifying with ultra rice, we can get the benefits of eating brown rice, for example.
So what's our impact? We want to create the first brand of fortified rice in West Africa. In our venture, we increase the wealth and the health of our fellow citizens while securing a good profit for our shareholders. According to the Copenhagen Consensus, where a handful of the most prominent economists got together, including Nobel Prize winners, the single best investment in fighting international development programs on a large scope is food fortification. And this is exactly what we're doing. Now, we're creating a system where there's a win-win-win situation for the farmer, our consumer, and our shareholder. In order to get our venture off the ground, we need about $2.5 million in initial capital investment. It's a capital-intensive industry. We have already identified the sources of funding possible. We'll break even on an operational standpoint in year 1. On an investment standpoint, in year 4, we're guaranteeing a return of equity of about 46% for our shareholders. For the last 15 months, we've been traveling the world: Mexico, France, Senegal, Mali, Silicon Valley, Canada, Washington, today in New York, to rally support, financial and advisory support. Myself, I've been working for the last 3 years with farmers, have experience in project management and microfinance, and we truly believe that our life experience, as well as our genuine interest to get this venture off the ground, is possible. So in that photo, the first venture we launched 1 year ago has received recognition from the president of Mali, that you can see there, one of our brothers. Now we want to scale, we want to replicate, and achieve impact in our local community. Now, if you give us the opportunity to prove ourselves, we'll guarantee you that we'll make the phrase "a hungry farmer" an oxymoron, and that's what it should be. Thank you very much for your attention.
Is this an idea that you've discussed with the World Food Program at all?
Yes. So we talked with, that's supposed to be not official. So we have informal talks with the regional director of the World Food Program, as well as the national director. And they have this Purchase for Progress initiative, which is $77 million from the Gates Foundation and the Buffett Foundation to buy high-quality, nutritious rice locally. So our question was, if we produce fortified rice and you have the choice between unfortified rice at the similar price, which one would you buy? They said, we'll systematically buy your fortified rice. So through fixed contract agreements, we could guarantee the loans we need to buy inventory during the harvest season.
And what is the taste of this fortified product, and have you tested it out in the market?
So basically, we blend it with traditional rice. So one grain of this can fortify 200 grains of traditional rice. So the local community can maintain the culinary habits, they can maintain the eating habits, and there's over 27 studies that have shown that it's been widely accepted. And
this summer we conducted 2 focus groups in Mali, let the women cook the rice themselves, wash it as much as they wanted, and 80% of the respondents said they did not notice any change in smell or taste. And the ones that noticed, our next question was, if this will guarantee that you won't be anemic, it will decrease your risk of dying during labor when you try to give birth, it'll ensure that your kid will have cognitive development and live a productive life, would you buy it, knowing we're selling it at the 8.15 discount compared to standard grade rice? The answer is systematically yes.
And you said you're raising $50,000 for a proof of concept study, and what would that entail?
So what we're doing in September, October, We want to like blend the rice locally in Mali, test all our assumptions, our sales assumptions, and get the best practices for how do we blend the rice and how do we provide it to market. Initially, we want to recoup our money. We're not going to donate the rice. We're not doing a focus group. We're going to do a pilot study where we're selling rice. So we want people to buy it, and once we know people are paying money for it and coming back again, why are they coming back? Should we change the packaging? Should we change the labeling? Should we get more institutional endorsements? We just want to have a full-fledged, our own primary data that nobody else has in the world today.
You've mentioned that fortified rice is a big area of focus, and assuming a lot of people really want to address this market. What gives you the biggest advantage over any of the other people in this space?
Okay, so the complexity of farming. A lot of industries may be interested in fortifying rice. The complicated aspect is how do you get that raw material? How do you deal with local communities? How do you understand farmers, climate issues? It's just cultural issues. So a lot of people refrain from getting into agro-industry in developing countries because you just don't speak the language. And it's hot, they're tired, so you don't want to deal with that. And then once you process them in the factory or the facility, that's really easy. The quality control-wise, easy to do it. How do you push it back to the market again? How do you market and communicate in an effective manner that's culturally adapted? And that's where we kick in. We grew up in 3 of the 10 poorest countries in Africa. We're from Mali. We have that personal passion, that personal interest, and we're working on this for such a long time. So that the grassroots knowledge, the interest aligned with our experience in corporate America and international organizations like the United Nations Food and Agriculture Program, plus our education, it gives us this cross-cultural venture where we have assets from both sides of the Atlantic.
And one quick follow-up, is that scalable, that local knowledge?
Yes. So when it comes to West Africa, there's 4 neighboring countries that speak the same language that we do. We have a free trade agreement, same currency, no tariffs, no taxes to do businesses across border. They have the same health and poverty issues. So once we create this brand, we have a $1.2 billion market just in West Africa.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.